State of New California, notice. To all Californians, Chapter 2, Grievance 13, originally read July 21st, 2020. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 3, and Section 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence, January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution states, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. The counties of New California State brought forward 95 Chapter 1 grievances between January 2018 and November 2019. On April 28, 2020, New California State will issue 95 additional Chapter 2 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Chapter 2, Grievance 13, Declaration of Grievance, Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government is in direct violation of the following. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. United States Constitution, Article 6. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. First Amendment of the United States Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Order of the day. The dictator has doinked. California governor has been doinked. In an interview with Fox News, Chris Wallace, President Donald Trump destroyed an attempt by the leftist reporter to tar him with the sins of the left. Chris Wallace is the son of Mike Wallace, the famous leftist CBS reporter of 60 Minutes fame, and who is walking in his father's footsteps as the leading leftist on Fox News. President Trump brings up a major issue when asked about kids returning to school in the fall, while liberal governors of several states, including California, have stated they will not open schools. In the case of the California dictator governor, he has pledged to keep schools closed even though the state Constitution supersedes his authority and demands schools be open to educate students. But little known to the public is that, based on the nonpartisan Legislative Analyst's Office, the dictator governor is facing an $84 billion cash shortfall right now just to keep California open. It's estimated that should schools close, the dictator will save $18 billion. Most people believe the dictator governor is looking for Trump to come up with the other $66 billion. California has become a habitual state seeking bailouts over the years for its excessive spending habits. It started in the 1930s when California became the only state in the nation's history to declare bankruptcy, leaving the public, vendors, etc., without being paid. California's 1930s bankruptcy became a federal issue, which today prevents states from going bankrupt. In 2001, California overspent to the tune of $19 billion and got a federal bailout. In 2008, California overspent to the tune of $42 billion and got a federal bailout. Now in 2020, California has overspent to the tune of $84 billion, as estimated by the Legislative Analyst's Office, and is hoping Trump will provide a federal bailout. For those who saw the Chris Wallace interview with President Trump, the president made it clear there would be no money coming to the states who do not open school for the fall. Schools have to open. Young people have to go to school, and there's problems when you don't go to school, and there's going to be funding problems when they don't open the schools. We're not going to fund them. Let the schools open. This is a very clear message to the California dictator and the president, but that the president is thinking of the kids first, while, as you would suspect, the dictator is only thinking about himself. This is the moment in which the California dictator, with his state budget is at the edge of the cliff, and that all that is needed is just a little doink push with the finger to send California into financial insurrection and off the cliff. It's clear President Trump provided the little finger. What the president needs to do is arrest the governor-dictator, the former governor Jerry Brown, along with the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, who colluded and illegally put pressure on former federal officials to advantage themselves with federal dollars by way of the California state budgeting process. When the Founding Fathers came together to write the Constitution, they knew that the people, with their God-given rights, were responsible for the government, and they were very concerned that the people would be compromised by a government in which one of the three branches of government would be more powerful than the other, thus throwing the entire power balance of the three co-equal branches into tailspin. The Founding Fathers knew that with one branch weakened, there would be a collapse of three branches altogether into one power system known as a dictatorship. The Founding Fathers dreaded a moment like this for the states, and to put into the Constitution methods to deal with a dictator such as seen now in California. The Founders' answer was the making of new state found in New State Clause of the U.S. Constitution, Article 4, Section 3. Article 4, Section 3 has been utilized on 3 occasions in the formation of all 50 states. The last time Article 4, Section 3 was utilized was at the start of the Civil War in 1861 with the formation of West Virginia. New California State Movement has, for over 5 years, been utilizing Article 4, Section 3 to form a new state in direct defiance of the California dictator, just like the Founding Fathers had planned. New Californians will not comply. The California governor is a pusillanimous, craven dictator whose words and actions are a grave danger to all U.S. citizens living in California, while the state continues to operate outside the authorities of the U.S. Constitution, violating Articles 4, Section 4, and Article 6, the First and Fourth Amendments. For New Californians, it is our God-given right, it is our duty to protect our Declaration of Independence, our Constitution, and our Bill of Rights with all means necessary from a craven dictator. All dictators come to a point in their reign of terror where they are laid bare, they are exposed, they are naked for the world to see. California's governor is now at the point where his edicts are meaningless, ineffective, and not being followed by the people. We request the President of the United States act immediately to remedy these abuses by the establishment of the new California state. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor, dictator, and monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the U.S. Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are United States federal laws that govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Acts of secession. Therefore, the California government, in conjunction with the socialist state executive instituted wherever the current socialist governor dictator has usurped power, has created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America and thus destroy the very Union of States which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor dictator of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of abdication of their responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the state and citizens of the United States living in California. Prayer. It is the citizens of New California State pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 or the Emergency Economic Powers Act to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States citizens living in California State. This concludes these proceedings. NewCaliforniaState.com, phone number 877-828-27